being here today to raise the pride flag and to raise our voices in celebration, in visibility, and in solidarity. My name is Tara Luciano. I'm a proud city employee and the co-chair of Newburyport Pride. It's an honor to welcome all of you to this ceremony, not just as a civic occasion, but as a powerful act of community care. I'd like to begin by thanking our city officials in attendance today. I know I saw a few, City Councilor Ed Cameron, City Councilor Heath, Ben Harmon's over there. Thank you guys. Your presence matters. It really matters. It sends a message to all of our LGBTQ residents, especially our youth, that they are seen, valued, and supported by their local leaders. In fact, I actually want to thank every single one of you who's here today. By showing up, you are sending that same message, that this is a community where we value inclusion, where we uplift one another, and where no one should have to wonder whether or not they belong. A special thank you to my parents and my wife, who have ensured that I have felt encouraged and supported at every step of this journey. Each year, the pride flag is raised not just as a symbol of who we are, but as a reflection of how we care for each other, because pride is not only a celebration, it's also a commitment to safety, to community, and to belonging. Let's speak plainly. LGBTQ youth, especially our trans and gender nonconforming young people, are at a greater risk of anxiety, depression, and suicide. Not because of who they are, but because of how the world often treats them. Acceptance, affirmation, and visibility are not luxuries, they are lifelines. Right now, the national climate is once again targeting our LGBTQ community, especially our transgender and gender nonconforming siblings. And to that I say, do not ever ask yourself whether you can make a difference in the larger conversation. We are counting on your voice to challenge, to push back, and to speak truth in every space, at every time, even in the moments that may seem small. Because I promise you, they never are. This flag is a reminder that in Newburyport, you are not alone. You are not a problem to be fixed. You are a person to be celebrated. This week, I had the privilege of hearing Maria Milagros speak at a conference on the power of community. She said something that really struck me, and I want to share it with you guys today. She said that partnership is at the core of community. But we can't show up for others if we're not showing up for ourselves as well. That really hit home. Let this be a reminder, as it was for me, that we must care for ourselves in order to care for each other. The current battle we're facing did not begin on January 20th. It's been going on for generations, and it will continue for as long as it needs to until all intersectional identities are seen, valued, and protected in all spaces. But visibility alone is not enough. Pride must be lived out in our schools, our neighborhoods, our policies, even our daily conversations. Queer youth can thrive when they have affirming adults in their lives. Teachers, parents, coaches, neighbors, who see them, who hear them, and who stand by them, not just in June, but all year long. When we create spaces where our young people can show up as their full selves, we don't just protect their mental health, we allow their potential to flourish. This is not just the work of the LGBTQ people, this is a responsibility that we all share as citizens. To be an ally means standing beside someone. To be an upstander means stepping in when harm is happening, and to be a co-conspirator means using your power, your platform, and your privilege to dismantle systems that exclude, harm, or silence others. We need all three, and we need more people rising into these roles every day. So today, when we lift the flag a little bit later, let's lift up our commitment to each other. Let's support our local LGBTQ youth and our neighbors. Let's talk about mental health, not just in moments of crisis, but in the everyday community. Let's check in on one another, show up to Pride events, speak out even when it's uncomfortable, and never underestimate the power of one act of kindness or just one voice of support. Because someone is always watching. A teenager wondering if it's safe to be themselves, a parent learning how to love their child more fully, a neighbor deciding whether to speak up or stay silent. This flag tells them you are safe, you belong here, you are loved here. So I want to thank you all for being here today as we continue to build the kind of community that where that message is never in question. poets in attendance. Is Felice Martino here? Come on up. Felice Martino graduated Newburyport High School last year and is going to perform a poem with us.
I am here. I have never not been here. No matter what you may think, I have always taken up space in this boiling and tumultuous planet. Though my feet had only touched the earth years ago, my kind is not a new phenomenon. You'll see us in the early texts and the pictures that are eyes and feathers and light. So you have not yet learned how to handle those like me. You do not know how to hold our tender and ethereal beings without tearing them apart out of fear or some kind of holy reckoning. You turn me inside out and act so appalled when you bear witness to my ugly transsexual thoughts and catastrophic queer love. You say with your whole chest that I'm damned to hellfire, but baby, I'm already there and you are too. I am tired of being brave. I am so tired of my rebellion of an existence, and I never intended for it to be that way. I don't want to earn the title of rebel just because there are places around me that act like battlegrounds trying to shoot me down. I am even more tired of staying passive for your pleasure, being peaceful while I watch as you kill my kin, as if it is my job to atone for your sins, as if it is only your fury that is righteous. I never said I was gentle. I knew it once, but that does little against your laws or your fists or your goddamn guns, against your twisted ideas of salvation. I promise you, I will never feel as safe in your idea of protection as I felt in the arms of a queen who told me you are enough. My body, the one you named and categorized, was never enough to house my divinity. I feel too much to be contained in this earthly vessel of your creation, and I can no longer contain all of this joy and anger and love for you. I will sing my scripture from the very rooftops. My body and soul are like water, and you better believe that I will flood my town and my country with the consciousness of my dignity, that I will swell with hope, will scald you with my pride, and soak your coldness in my love. Here is my light. I will sharpen it, and I will cut out every last bit of bigotry from you. I will part the seas with my profound and weathered joy if we survive you. Hear me as the angel Israfel. I will call out to my kin, the othered, your fallen, and together we will make our way to Eden. Our paradise is not behind your pearly gates. It is full with love and laughter. It is in the flash of lights and smiles and eyes brighter than the sun. We will take this passion and weld it into a sword of flame. We will plunge it into our poetry and our protest, and we will use our devotion to each other as warmth on the coldest nights. Someday, when I feel the absence of the weight of adolescence, I hope somebody will cut me open and remove the heaviness of your hatred, all of your righteousness. I hope somebody will stitch me up with the thread of my good friends and send me off into the golden sky to find the other scarred archangels. We are strong enough to forge our own resurrections, bolder and brighter than whatever's coming. And if Gabriel should say, "Be not afraid," he should know he hasn't met me yet.
Incredible poet and an incredible activist. We are lucky to have you in Newburyport. We might have a second youth poet here. Is Ivy Shields in attendance? They're in Philly. Just kidding. I just talked to them last week. Just kidding. Okay, well, in that case, I'd like to transition over to our keynote speaker, Kathleen Shaw. Kathleen Shaw is a local child and family therapist, a community advocate for Newburyport youth, and a member of the Human Rights Commission and Newburyport School Committee member. She is also the parent of an LGBTQ+ young adult, and she is a very recognizable face around Newburyport. Come on up, Kathleen. If this doesn't
doesn't go well, you can blame Tara. She twisted my arm to do this. This is not my forte. Thank you. Hello, my name's Kathleen Shaw, as she said. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm honored to speak at today's Pride flag raising as we open Pride Month. I speak today from the point of view of a parent of 2 children, one who is a member of the LGBTQ plus community, and I'm a social worker and youth advocate through my work in private practice with Newburyport Rec and Youth Services, the Human Rights Commission, and the school committee. And here are my thoughts that I'd like to share as we begin Pride here in the Port. It takes a village. We are living in turbulent political times, and the impact on many members of our community are being felt on a regular basis. Significant concerns for the physical and mental health of LGBTQ plus youth was heightened following the presidential election. Many people were particularly concerned for transgender and non-binary folk as a result of Trump's false and harmful claims to the existence of only 2 genders and a desire to erase DEI initiatives. Let me be clear, queer youth and people belong in our city, schools, sports teams, and community. Phew, okay, I'll keep going. I'm getting a little verklempt. Okay. Shortly after the election, I was contacted by Newburyport Rec and Youth Services asking for a referral of an LGBTQ plus therapist to meet with local youth who were understandably experiencing heightened anxiety. A longtime friend and colleague immediately came to mind. This therapist gave her time freely and quickly provided support to our youth in a safe and affirming environment at the local NAGLY meeting. Much thanks to Newburyport Rec and Youth Services for providing the safe space that our youth need, identifying challenges, and seeking solutions to support our youth, including partnering with NAGLY. And Nancy Bodwell, thanks for stepping up and being there when our youth needed it most. Now this is a note to youth regarding adults. Whether it's family members or school staff or Newburyport Rec and Youth Service staff, medical providers, neighbors, or other community members, please ask for mental health help when you need it. Someone will be there for you. Note to all youth regarding your peers. Find your people. They are out there. You may not know them yet, but they are there. They will have your back and you'll have theirs. And this is a note for adults working with youth or no youth in the community. Results from the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network's national survey for the school year 23 to 24, where they surveyed students 14 to 23 years, found that students had the following experiences. 77.8% nationwide had school avoidance or feeling unsafe while attending school. 27% had experienced online harassment, and 46% had been verbally harassed, and 12% had been physically harassed for their identity. And this is a note to families with youth. I stole this from, and I don't have the citation, but I can look it up if anyone needs to, from a very prominent psychologist. Be present, talk, listen, and engage. Create an inclusive environment. Support self-expression and exploration. Seek affirming mental health support for youth if needed. Now, let's see. The other things for everybody, doesn't matter your age, be your authentic self. You be you. Honor yourself and your people daily. At the end of the day, look in the mirror and say, hey, I did good today. Compliment your family and friends. Hey, you're a rock star. And say thank you for the little things, but also give yourself and others grace when needed. Say to yourself, today I messed up, but I plan to do a better job tomorrow. Or, geez, Mom, yeah, okay, I forgive you. And then in terms of building community and joy in your world every day. So these are some thoughts. Say hello to folks you pass on the sidewalk. It's surprising how few people do this, and you get a smile when you do. Engage in play activities in your neighborhood. I'm sort of known in my hood as the go-to play lady. We make fairy and gnome houses in the backyard. We make giant bubbles, and I share my amazing hula hoop skills with them. Also, think about some of the other folks that don't get out on the street as much in your neighborhoods. Share extra homemade chicken soup with your elderly neighbor. We had a neighbor, I brought her chicken soup whenever I made it. She just passed at 93. And I don't know, I'm looking for other people that would enjoy my chicken soup. She said it was the best. Anybody out there? Okay, good. I'll sign you up. And the other thing in terms of building community and joy, and this has been my goal since the election, do what makes you happy. Create and make is something that I do. I also find it very therapeutic, and there's actually real research to prove this in terms of knitting, because you're doing a repetitive activity. So all I can say, if anyone needs any help with knitting, I'm willing to be a nitwit with you. And Tara, as well, I'm going to quote someone we saw at the Youth at Risk conference this week. I had the pleasure of spending time with and listening to presentations by folks working in various youth settings. The keynote speaker was Maria Malagos, an author and transformation coach. She suggested a way to acknowledge various folks you may meet which is based on a phrase spoken in West African countries. Sunabono. English translation is, I see you. Please turn to at least two folks standing near you and repeat, I see you. Thanks for indulging me in that. And one last thing that, if you wouldn't mind indulging me, is I am a sucker for good children's literature. I spent some time in my undergraduate years on the children's lit floor of our college library, where I was introduced to all the classics. But this book really spoke to me, and I felt I needed to share it today. It is a 2024 Stonewall Book Honor for exceptional merit relating to the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender experience. The book is Not He or She, I'm Me. Some of you in the back won't see the pictures, but again, I'm willing to share. Morning is here, sun shining bright. Not he or she, I'm me. Choosing my clothes, dots, stripes, or stars. Not her, not him, I'm them. Brushing my teeth and combing my hair. Not he or she, I'm me. Lunch is all packed, Mom hugs me tight. Not he or she, I'm me. Two to a seat, bumping along, we laugh and sing our songs. All day at school, books blocks and art. Not her, not him, I'm them. End of the day, it's time to play. Hi Kai, hi Paz, meet Ray. Riding our bikes, feeling the breeze. Watch out for the sprinkler spray. Tangled in trees, hanging from knees, my pals and I swing free. From upside down or right side up, not he or she, I'm me. Shadows grow long, dusk comes our way. Bye Paz, bye Callie, bye Ray. Them with my friends and them at home. Then even when alone. Snug in my bed, stars overhead, not he or she, just me. One last thing. Since I am a nitwit, I'm giving Tara one of my creations. I've knitted over 50 hats that have the colors of the Human Rights Commission logo, the logo we can thank Councilor Ben Harmon for. So I am going to crown Tara. I'm going to mess up her hair.
Thank you, Kathleen. I found the part of your speech where you talked about finding your tribe very powerful, because as a young person, I had not found my tribe, and it took me a very long time to find it. And I'm going to get emotional, and I found it here in Newburyport, and I want to thank all of you for that. I'm going to interject for a quick second. This door was blowing wildly, so I shut it. Does anybody have the key to open the door? Because we need the umbrella for the speaker. So sorry. Thank you so much. Saving the day. In the meantime, I'd like to introduce Mary Delay. Mary Delay is a proud member of Newburyport's LGBTQ community. She's a retired public servant, having served most of her career in public education and municipal government. She currently serves as one of Newburyport's 2 Whittier Tech School Committee members and continues to support education leaders throughout Massachusetts as a mentor and a coach and an active member of our city's Democratic Committee. I'd like to welcome Mary for a call to action. Thank you, Kathleen, for this hat. I'm going to begin.
This is a little surreal for me, so thank you. Hello, Newburyport. Hello. Hello to our LGBTQ family, to our friends, and to our allies. It is very much an honor for me to stand before you today. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out to support and to show your support, particularly at this particular moment in time, when, unfortunately, we can no longer take for granted the rights that we have worked so hard to achieve. Your presence is resistance. Thank you, Kathleen, for sharing your heartfelt insights about our LGBTQ youth and how we can best support them. I've decided that I'm going to change my pronouns to he, she, me. As a fellow educator, we share a commitment to creating the conditions for all of our children to thrive, all of our children. If you had told the 13-year-old version of me that I would one day feel safe enough, courageous enough to stand here before you and deliver a call to action on the steps of City Hall as we raise a pride flag before our community, I would have said you were crazy. That 13-year-old was so confused, misunderstood, and struggling to understand what was wrong with her. It was a painful time for me, as it was for many of us, I'm sure. Pain led to substance abuse, which led to self-harm and hopelessness. Some days, I think it's a miracle that I'm still even here. My existence is not just an act of resistance, but of resilience. I'm proud to stand before you today living authentically, 7 years sober, and a better version of myself. for the struggles that shaped me, I will always wish that that younger version of myself had someone in her life to affirm her identity and to love and accept her unconditionally. So today, I'm calling on you not just to listen, but to act. Our LGBTQ youth are growing up in a world that still too often tells them they are less than. They face bullying, rejection, discrimination, and mental health challenges at rates much higher than their peers, not because of who they are, but because of how society treats them. But here's the truth, just like me, our LGBTQ youth are resilient. They are powerful and they are full of potential. They deserve a world that sees them, supports them, and celebrates them. Their existence is resistance, but their thriving is the true measure of our success. So what can we do? First, and most importantly, we start by believing them when they share their identities. As Maya Angelou so eloquently stated, when people show you who they are, believe them. But more so, affirm them, celebrate who they are, and how they choose to show up in the world. Second, we create safe spaces in our schools, in our communities, in our families, places where they can be their authentic selves without fear. What else? We advocate for inclusive policies and we stand against hateful legislation. We educate, we demonstrate, and we celebrate. And most of all, we show up. Not just today or each Pride Day, but every single day. Because every act of support, big or small, can be life-changing. Many of our youth, for them, knowing just one adult who affirms them can dramatically reduce the risk of self-harm. That adult can be you. For members of our LGBTQ family, be a mentor, be a friend, be a role model. Show them they can do and be anything. A lawyer, a doctor, a rock star, an artist, a parent, a teacher, a local business owner, a school committee member, a city councilor, or, let's hope, the President of the United States. To our family, friends, and allies, raise your voices. Lift up our youth. Wear your pride merch. Fly a progress flag. Why? Because it says, I see you. I stand up for you. Be the reason they feel hope. Accept them, embrace them, wrap them in a blanket of love and shield them from harm. Every young person deserves a future where they can thrive exactly as they are. To our LGBTQ youth, where are you? We see you, we hear you, we know you, we love you, and we celebrate you. Existence is your resistance, but resilience is your superpower. You got this, and we got you. Thank you, Mayor Reardon. Thank you, Pride Committee. Thank you, Newburyport. Thank you for everything you do to create a safe, affirming, and welcoming home for all of us. Happy Pride, everyone. I can't wait to raise this flag.
for queer folks. We don't always get to see adults who are queer and successful and talented and living. And so being able to provide that for our young people here in Newburyport is such an honor because it's a game changer. Ooh. All right, so with that, we are going to invite Mayor Sean Reardon up for the proclamation and flag raising. I want to give a special shout out to two of our city councilors, Ben Harmon and Heath Granis, for donating our flag this year so we can have a nice new flag. I'm also going to welcome up Raylan Criffo, who will be singing a special song for us while the mayor raises the flag. So thank you so much.
All right, happy Pride! Thank you all again for being here today as we gather to celebrate Pride Month, a time to honor the courage, the history, the vibrant diversity of our LGBTQIA+ community here at Newburyport and across the nation. Let me begin by saying this clearly and unequivocally. Newburyport stands for inclusion, for equity, and for dignity of every person, no matter who they are, who they love, and how they identify. In today's political climate, where LGBTQ, I'm going to have to say that a lot, so you're going to have to bear with me, okay? The LGBTQIA+ rights are being challenged in too many parts of our country. Our celebration of Pride is more than symbolic. It is essential. It is an act of visibility, of solidarity, and of defiance in the face of efforts to roll back progress. We celebrate Pride to affirm that love is love. We celebrate to remind our LGBTQIA+ neighbors that they are seen, valued, and supported, not just this month, but every single day. And we celebrate to recommit ourselves to the ongoing work of equality, because the job just isn't done. We know that freedoms we enjoy in Newburyport are not yet fully realized for all. There are young people struggling to feel safe. There are families facing discrimination. There are trans and non-binary people whose basic rights are being debated like they are up for discussion. Let me be clear, their rights are human rights. Their lives matter. In this moment, we don't retreat, we rise. We raise our flags higher, we speak louder, and we lead by example. Because here in Newburyport, we believe that diversity is our strength, and that our city is stronger when every resident is respected and free to live as their true, authentic self. So to our LGBTQIA+ community, thank you. Thank you for your resilience, your advocacy, and your contributions to the life of this city. We are better because of you. Happy Pride, Newburyport. Let's continue to build a community where everyone belongs. Thank you. All right, so I do have a proclamation too, real quick, okay? And again, there'll be more LGBT and more whereas. So again, please bear with me. Whereas we are gathered here today to celebrate and mark the beginning of Pride Month throughout the city of Newburyport. And whereas every year in June, we recognize the anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising in June 1969, and the courageous individuals whose actions sparked a new era in the movement for LGBTQIA+ civil rights. And whereas Newburyport joins communities across the country to observe Pride Month with a Pride flag raising ceremony to honor the history of the LGBTQIA+ liberation movement and to support the rights of all citizens to experience equality and freedom from discrimination. Whereas the city of Newburyport is committed to supporting visibility, dignity, inclusion, and equality for the LGBTQIA+ people in our diverse community. Whereas we remain vigilant of oppression against the LGBTQIA+ community, especially the transgender community, and stand against political efforts to overturn hard-won rights. Whereas Pride Month influences awareness and supports our LGBTQIA+ community, and is an opportunity to strengthen alliances, build acceptance, and advance equal rights. And whereas 3 years ago, this community rallied to support a dance for LGBTQIA+ youth, and in the following year, a groundswell of community support has led to an organized Pride group, greater visibility in the city, and a series of events throughout this Pride Month. Now therefore I, Sean R. Reardon, Mayor of the great city of Newburyport, do hereby proclaim the month of June 2025 as LGBTQIA+ month, Pride Month here in Newburyport. All right, let's raise this flag.
I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. And I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Here's Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Oh, make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, I know she's gonna scream, God, what have you done? You're a big pony girl, and you dance at the club, oh mama. I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the West Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. I'm up and jaws are on the floor. Lovers in the bathroom and a line outside the door. Black lights and a mirror disco ball. Every night's another reason why I left it all. I think my wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, you've been too good to me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, I know she's gonna scream, God, what have you done? You're a big pony girl, and you dance at the club, oh mama. I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. Don't think I've left you all behind. Still love you in Tennessee, you're always on my mind. Mama, every Saturday I can hear your southern drawl 1,000 miles away, singing